Hello. The first one being the information about the placement cell. We have some of the best talent in the country. So the processes for recruiting these students, having interns working with you, what would be the timelines, what are the processes that we follow. So we wanted to, that's why we have invited placement cell. So we have Professor Ganesh, Professor Salil, Aryan and Rohit. Goal. Yes. So they are the experts here in this domain, and they are going to give us information about the processes and timelines in the from the placement and internship perspective. So
Thanks for the opportunity, Sneha, and hi. So it's a pleasure to meet you all here, and of course, we have very active, well-oiled placement office, which is for the students and run by the students. So we have Aryan and Gohil, who are actually graduating students, and they are the placement managers this year. So, I mean, what has been planned is to give a overview of the overall processes that we follow at the placement office to facilitate recruitment of our students, both for placements and also for the internship processes. So the timelines that you will see, a few timelines here, and those are actually for the current year, and of course things might change a little bit here and there for the upcoming year, but these are the broad timelines and the processes that we are going to present to you today. I have along with me Professor Salil, who is also co-PIC with me, and of course I'll with not much time, I'll not take too much time. I'll give the stage to Aryan and Gohil.
Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, everyone. My name is Aryan Khare. I am graduating student in Masters MTech in Geo Information. That's my program. And I'm the placement manager representing Masters as well as the IDC program students. Along with me, I have Gohil, who is also a placement manager, co-placement manager. He is representing internships. We'll be telling you about what is the process and the timeline for the placements as well as for the internships. So we'll begin with this series of Infospot 26 and a new initiative by Aspire Research Park in collaboration with Placement Office. Let's go on. So the very first thing about is about IIT Bombay, why we are here. So IIT Bombay, everybody know that it's established in 1958, one of the most premier institute at India. It's also ranked among the top 50 globally in engineering and technology, and as well as there are multiple other ranks we have held in QS ranking, which also attract recruiters for internships and placements. And we are recognized for employer reputation worldwide, and we are the top leader in India for the recruiter's reputation. And we also have a good alumni network established spanning across the globe. Yep, thank you. This was about IIT Bombay. And the next is the talent pool we have. That's the most attractive and the most beautiful part of IIT Bombay, the pool. So we have every year a few thousand students registers for placements and internships. And students, we have a diverse set of students who registers. They come from different disciplines and programs. So the programs can be BTech, can be BS degrees, Bachelor in Science, dual degree, which includes BTech as well as Masters. We do have MSCs, we do have MTechs, we have MBA, we have PhDs. So we have a diverse pool of students who are looking for recruitments. And then they are selected from one of the toughest examinations they crack to get in the admissions at IIT Bombay, which are listed here. So for UG, it's JEE Advanced. For PG, it's GATE. For sciences, we have GATE JAM. And for design, we have SEED and USEED. And then the talent pool also ensures that they are highly skilled, motivated, and they are very competitive cohort amongst all the competitive institutes at IIT Bombay. Yeah, so next. The departments. Talking about the departments, we have multiple departments. From engineering, we have aerospace, we have chemical, civil, CSE, computer science and engineering. We have electrical, energy, mechanical. We have metallurgy and biosciences. This is the departments, but we do have interdisciplinary departments which take admissions from all across the departments in UG, and then they merge together so that they can collaborate their knowledge, and then they can build something extraordinary. So we have 3 departments for that. Geoinformatics, we have industrial engineering and operation research. We do have technology and development. So next we have sciences like chemistry, mathematics, and physics. Then we have design. That's one of the most highly valued department in India, the Department of School of Design. So also there is another management department, Shailesh J. Mehta School of Management. This is the design and management departments we have at IIT Bombay, and then we have humanities and policy studies department also. Now talking about the career opportunities and what all are the recruiters we have had before, who have big recruiters who have recruited students from IIT Bombay. Talking about the sectors we have, the students at IIT Bombay take up opportunities in multiple sectors. So we have covered, like students have covered each and every sectors, and they are actually interested and they have prepared themselves to be a part of these sectors. Some of them are listed here. That one of the most important sector in this era is artificial intelligence and machine learning. Most of the students do take part, prepare for this sector, and then we have consulting, we have finance, we have core engineering. The core engineering is also one of the most important and the most preferred part for placements and internships. And then we have technology, research and development. We have data sciences and analytics. Product related roles are also there. Students to prepare software development and operation roles. The recruiters, we have big recruiters who have recruited students from IIT Bombay. Coming from technology, we have Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Samsung, and Apple. For most of the domain, most of the sectors which have been listed, they have been recruiting since a very long time. And then for consulting, we have big names like McKinsey, BCG, Bain, Stratton, and Kearney. For finance, also we have Goldman, big names, big banks, Goldman Sachs. We have JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Deutsche Banks. And then some core and manufacturing related recruiters are big names at at India is Tata, Reliance, L&T, Airbus, Shell, Siemens. And then we do have some international links from Japan, from US. This year we have seen that there were multiple startups from US who have shown immense interest in recruiting students at IIT Bombay. We do have multiple, like Riza Labs was there. There were healthcare segment at US startups who were specifically looking for students in AI, ML and product, and there were multiple other sectors they were looking for at students at IIT Bombay. Yes. So talking about, this was all about what students do for placements. But then students from first year, they get involved in multiple other co-curricular activities which shapes them, which shapes their personality, which shapes them into what they want to do, and then they get to know where their interest lies. So we do have multiple other leadership and ownership clubs, roles they take up. We also called it as a position of responsibilities they take up. So we do have Mood Indigos. This is one of the Asia's largest cultural festival with a large footfall. And then Tech Fest, again, something similar to Mood Indigo, which is mostly related with technical side. So again, students from Tech Fest, Mood Indigo, they take up ownership, they take up all the management roles, management-related responsibilities, which give them the sense of management. And then if they really look into the roles they want to fit in future, they take these PORs. Next is the placement and internship team, like Gohil and me. We belong to placement team. We are the students, we have coordinators, we have staff at IIT Bombay. But then talking about students, we students do manage mostly the internship and the placement paths, but we are headed by the professor in charge, Professor Ganesan, and co-professor in charge, Professor Salil, sir. So this is like 1 year job we do, and then we actually kind of tirelessly work for that one smile at students when they get placed. So that is one of the reason which we actually work for. Next is different clubs and competitions we have at IIT Bombay, which enhances teamwork, problem solving, decision making skills. They take up pressure. Parallelly they work with their academics, and then they work for these responsibilities. So that's how they gain this time management and pressure handling skills. So talking about the placements, we have a timeline. This is strictly for this year. There will be some changes probably next year, as sir mentioned. So starting from August, the registration begins where all the students register, and the final year students registers for placements starting from August, and then till 17th August, they submit their resumes and all the proofs that they have mentioned in resumes. So those are the pointers. So we take care of each and every line, each and every word written in the resumes, and we do verify whether they have mentioned it correctly or not. So that's again a tireless job we do at placement office. Next is the mock assessments. We think that every student has to be prepared for placements, interviews, assessments. So we do impart some of the knowledge based on their assessment. We give them mock assessments from all the other sectors, from all the other core they are preparing for. So they get assessed well before the placements or the internships. Sure. The criteria is simple, ma'am. No, we don't have any eligibility for this. The students who is interested in any kind of domain, they can sit for those placements test. No, no.
Sit on that side.
Reflect, see their scores and reflect what is their preparation level. And this is till 8th September usually. And then from the third week of September, we start the resume verification part, which is a very lengthy part that each and every word that I mentioned has to be cross-checked and verified multiple times. So by September third week, it gets completed. And the last week of September, we start with the company pre-placement talks. So this is the opportunity for the companies who are recruiting for the first time. And if they want to showcase what all roles they want to bring in, there can be international organizations who want to tell about their work culture, about what they're specifically looking for in a student. So in this PPTs, pre-placement talks, they can showcase their job role, their company culture, everything. And then next, from the first week of October, we start with the JAFs opening. JAF is job announcement forms, which company registers in the portal of IIT Bombay's placements portal. And then we start opening the JAF so that students who registered in the month of August, they can start filling the JAF. Next is the preparatory activities also. So this is again another activities, preparatory activities shared for students who can take up mock interviews. So this was the mock assessments, and then mock interviews are also there. And then October onwards, there are tests by company who want to pre-assess, like pre-selection process. The tests will be there. Strictly we keep with the tests of less than an hour or 1.5 hours, so that the company can give shortlists from the students who have applied the job for. Yeah.
We are only so we only facilitate the conducting of the test, and we have dedicated place where students actually come in person and come and write the test, even if it is online.
Give the tests and everything, but apart from the company side, mostly we will be giving the tests and everything. But apart from the operational side, what contribution the company will have? Like, would you need people from our side to facilitate it a bit,
Yeah.
or anything more would be required?
So I can give a response to that. So all these tests are done outside academic hours. So typically our
Okay.
classes end at 8:30 on weekdays,
Mm-hmm.
and all company tests are done after 8:30 on weekdays,
Clear.
and during the entire day on Saturday and Sunday and a public holiday.
Okay, so
And
those will
so-
either happen on weekends or after the class hours?
Yes, after the
or
class
on
hours, and we
holidays?
have dedicated set of coordinators who will coordinate with the companies to schedule the company test
Got it.
at a given time. And of course, if the company HR or the point of contact can come in person to ensure that things are happening smoothly from a
Okay.
company point of view. For
Oh.
example, if the test is online, then we will not be able to do much if the online link doesn't work, for example.
Exactly. So you need
So-
that kind of
so
support.
that kind
you
of
would
a
be
support
needed.
in terms
Okay.
of facilitation from the company end.
Got it.
It'll always be best if there's one or two point of contact. They come in person during the test.
Yes.
That happens here.
Clear.
But otherwise, we provide infrastructure like Wi-Fi connection, or the students can come with their network connection. So all these provisions are
Okay.
there, and we have big classrooms where students can come in with their computer and write the exam. We also have a provision to monitor attendance and things like that. So such
Got
kind of infrastructural support is something which we already have in place, and these tests will, if it is a fixed window exam, that is fixed time slot, then we have invigilation provision as well, where the invigilators will come and invigilate the exams who have no role to play in the any of the placement activities.
Clear.
Completely independent invigilation.
Got it. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, to fulfill the smooth and fair process of the tests. Yep. And then from December 1, we start our first phase of placements. 1st December marks that the day 1 of placements at IIT Bombay. Yeah. So it continues till 15 or 16. It varies every year based on the number of companies we have and the availability of the students as well. So this is the phase 1, which starts from December 1 till 15th or 16. And then we also have phase 2, where the companies come for recruitment from January till June 30. So this month belongs to phase 2. We are actually looking for companies to recruit for master's and bachelor students or PG students. And we are actively looking for approaching companies for this. We're looking forward for you all also to take part in placements and internships so that we can have good number of students placed this year. Yeah, so this was all about placement timeline. Next, Gohil will tell you about what's the process for placements as well as for the internship. Thank you.
What I saw, the names, the brands that already have been placed, be it Google, be it L&T, Siemens, we see bulk placements, like, people going on for numbers, I don't know, maybe 100 over multiple locations. I've been a part of the campus placements. But now that I'm in Aspire and the company that I work with, the numbers won't be that great. So in this case, as you said, right, something role specific if we need, what is the minimum number of, roles that we can,
Absolutely no.
there is no limit. Even one or two should work for you guys? Okay, okay.
Sure, we have just one role.
Yeah.
Okay.
No problem.
So yeah, that was my concern looking at the names, because when the company that I come from may not have that kind of huge number. That is one of the reasons I asked. Yeah.
Just to add on it, so how it works is that, as you can look that this is December 1st to December 15, we almost have around 250 firms which recruit in those 15 days. So how IIT Bombay works is that, IIT Bombay Placement Team works is that we have a slotting system at IIT Bombay. So based on firms' credibility, the past relation with the firms and certain other parameters, we slot companies from day 1 to day 15 based on those datas. And that is just to make, fair playground for companies also and for students also, so that both the stakeholders can work efficiently. So that's how we work. So it's not that there is no restriction with number of offers that are made or the number of roles that companies offer. There is no, any partiality or something based on that. As Aryan mentioned, that there is a JAF, job announcement form. We look at it. We look at what's the role look like, what's our alum network there, how things are going to work out for us. Based on that, we provide a slot to the company. And you can come on that particular slot and have a recruitment done.
So we have a student who is tagged to every company
Okay.
that is onboarded and is interested in filling a JAF, and the student communicate all the details of and get the company. That's how it works.
Got it. Clear. Yeah.
Company over onwards.
Mhm.
In December, we have soft partitions in terms of the way we conduct our interviews.
Mhm.
After a certain day, the companies do their test in the morning and do their interviews later in the day.
Okay.
So, whereas on some days there are no tests, only interviews. So depending upon variety of factors, the companies come in either of these soft partition in terms of those 15 days.
Yeah, just to add on it, like from December 1st to December 4, we have two slots, morning 7 a.m.
Mhm.
to 3 p.m. and from 5 p.m. to 1 in the night. So that's our two slot system that we work in.
Okay.
And we do conduct those tests from day 1 to 4 only. And from day 5, we do conduct in the morning. That's how we work.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
What are the limitation or conditions from the student side who get on board for the placement? As you mentioned, one student can sign JAB for
Yes.
number of.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, we see the I must say that the placement system that we have is a student-friendly placement system,
Okay.
and there is maximum freedom given to students in terms of their ability to seek employment.
Yes.
The eligibility that is set by the company, our office has absolutely no role to play in this. The company decides the eligibility, and our portal is well oiled in terms of ensuring that the students that apply to the company meet the eligibility that is set in terms of the standard parameters. Now, once the eligibility is done, it's up to the student whether they want to apply to a given company or not. Now, what are the aspirations of students? That is a highly variable. It keeps changing, and very hard to put students in one bracket. I mean, we have a big cohort, as you can see, and from very diverse background. For example, a student from chemical department, I am from chemical department, and so is Gohil, might be interested in doing consulting work, might be interested in writing a software work. So students are multi-talented,
Yes. Yes.
and they decide at the time of coming in for placements as to what is going to be their primary focus and forte, and they work on their CVs based on what direction they want to go in. So it's very, very hard to tell as to what are the clear aspirations on as to what kind of students would take up what kind of job.
Yeah. So if one student suppose sign multiple JAB and the student can be placed in multiple.
Yeah, that's true. So the students can actually get shortlisted and get an offer from multiple companies. Yes, that's correct. And we have a very, very systematic way to take care of this process. For example, on a daily basis, actually on a slot basis, we have something called freezing of the offers to the students. And once the freezing of the offers, where we also take care of this possibility of a student getting multiple offers. Now, once a student is placed in an offer based on his or her preferences, he's out of the placement participation completely. So, for example, on a given day, student has received an offer from a company, and then the student has frozen for that particular job opportunity based on the factors such as his or her own preferences. He will no more be allowed to participate in the job offers in the next slot or the next
do
day.
they have any choice to reject that offer and shift on?
No, no,
different-
no, 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 no,
They
no,
don't.
no.
No?
So once the students fill for JAF, we call it
Okay.
job announcement forms, and then they finish all the tests and they get shortlisted. Once that process is done, on a given day, the students are asked to give in preferences as to what is their ranking in terms of the companies that they have been shortlisted for. And once they give this company, the students have absolutely no role to play. The offers are made, and it is our office we actually decide on who is going to get which offer based on the preferences, and again, student-friendly process.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So
thank
once that is decided, the other job roles for which he or she is selected is something which that student is no more eligible for, and the company will be informed. So, and if the company has a wait list, then we will allow the company to activate the wait list to fill that position.
Yeah, so that's the reason that we ask companies to have a selected set of pool, and then we ask them to have a wait list. So what happens, let's say someone got an offer from 2.1, that's 2nd December morning slot, and companies rolled out the offer, and let's say that he or she has 2 offers in the same company, same slot. So if in that case, we ask student to fill a preference form 12 hours before for all the companies in slot 2.1. So let's say that whatever the firms he or she has chosen above the other, they'll automatically assign to that company. We'll not ask student for their acceptance. And so we ask the other firms to have a wait list so that those students can move up, so that they don't have any hole in their offers. Okay. That's how we work.
And this is a nearly automated process.
Yeah. Everything is
There
automated.
is no manual intervention.
No manual intervention.
The only manual intervention is where the communication of a particular offer not being honored because the student has got some other offer which is higher in his or her higher preference. That's the only manual intervention where we will, student will communicate with the company HR to activate the waitlist. Otherwise, the assignment process in the back end is automated.
Yeah, and just to add on this, we don't allow any spot offers. No spot offers are allowed. Like, you can't directly communicate a student while taking an interview that you have been given an offer, just to avoid any further confusion for the students. Yeah.
Everything is through our office.
Yeah. So let's move on for the placement process. As we already mentioned that, so how it works here is that, let's say that we reach out to you or you reach out to us, we assign you a coordinator. For placements, we call it CCs or APCs, that are company coordinators or associate placement coordinators. They are assigned to you. They help you throughout the whole recruitment. So how it starts is that there is a job application form, which includes everything related to job description, eligibility, your CPI cutoff, everything related to your compensation. Everything is included in that job announcement form, which is later shared. You can have a PPT or test based on the schedule given by, again, the same coordinator to you. Then there are interviews and final selection. The slot again is given by the placement team to you, when you can conduct all the interviews, and all the final selections will be again provided by the placement office to you. All those things are proctored by our team and external invigilation team, as sir already mentioned. And we don't have any interviews from rooms or etc. to maintain the any plagiarism or any cheating done by the students, to ensure that this is not done, so that we can maintain the dignity between company also and IIT Bombay also. Yeah, and we have internship projects and research things also. There is internship also. So IIT Bombay also have internships for 2 months, which is from mid-May 2020. For this year, it's mid-May 2026 to July 2026. So it's roughly around 8 to 9 weeks of internship that they can have. We do have internship for BTech, BS, DD, IDC, MSc, and second year undergraduate students. So we don't have any internship for MTech students. That is one thing to note. Yeah, so this year we have internship for public policy students also. And the timeline for it is that similarly, we again use the slotting mechanism for internships also. For BTech, BS, and DD, they are third year students, third year UG students whose recruitment starts in roughly around in the first weekend of August. We have day 1 concept there also. We don't have anything related to day 2 in internship. It's more on slotting mechanism. Again, since those are the academic days for us, all the interviews are conducted after 8:30 on academic days, and non-academic days, it can be the whole day. Again, the slot will be given to you by the coordinators. There we call ICs, that are internship coordinator, who is going to help you throughout the whole process. We have student for IDC, as Aryan already mentioned, that we have the India's best school of design, which can be recruited for internships. We have firms like Google, Microsoft, Atlassian, Bain, BCG, who recruits for design roles also from IIT Bombay. We have MSc students, MSc student from applied statistics and different curriculums. Firms like Citibank, Wells Fargo, all of those firms recruit from IIT Bombay for MSc students also. We have second year UG students also, which are in their second years in those summers, which can be recruited for their internships. And the main focus on internship model works how is that you can have those students for 2 months in the summers, and can have a pre-test in sort of that how they are going to work and can roll out the offers. So we have a concept of pre-placement offers at IIT Bombay also, where you can roll out the offers for them. If they accept it, they'll not be allowed to sit in the placements in the upcoming year. And there are different models for that also. If it's an open PPO or a closed PPO, in open PPO they can sign 2-3 Jeff, and that depends on the company's end. Like company can choose if they want to give an open PPO or a closed PPO. I think we can. Yep.
The IDC has 2 programs which are permitting internship. One is the BDES program, which is based on the UCEED exam. That's the admission to BDES program. And there's also MDES program, and there are 5 different specializations for MDES program. And internships are permitted for those MDES students as well, 2-year MDES students. There's also 3-year MDES students who are not permitted to go for internship, at least in the current framework.
Yeah. MDES by research also, that is a research rule, which is also included in design, which is also the part of internship and placement timelines. Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to emphasize that the internships in summer cannot be beyond July 3rd week max. Second week is typically is what we permit. Anything beyond second week, then the students unfortunately tend to miss their classes, which is highly and strongly discouraged. There's also a penalty for students for missing the first week of lectures. And so if the student gets a penalty, the company might be held responsible for this, although there is very little that we can do. The student will get penalized. So just wanted to highlight that any internship, please do not go beyond July 15th to be on the safe side.
I have a pretty much, I would say, a more honest view on this, the way the process is explained to me for hiring an intern. See, from a company perspective, getting anything done in 2 months from an intern is a challenge for us. I'm just being very frank here. I have been trying to get that done, and 2 months is a very, little time. Obviously, I do understand from the student's perspective that they have to be a part of the company, so they understand how things go about. But from a company perspective, it is this can be a holdback point for us to not hire interns. Secondly, the process that goes into hiring these interns, like making them sit for an exam, all these, kind of steps, I think for hiring only for 2 months are too much. I would directly go for an interview, ask him if he fits my profile. I would give him some kind of, project, which I've been trying to do with a few interns now, but it is difficult to even set expectations in the next 2 months that I can now actually get from that intern.
I mean, we appreciate your point, no doubt about it.
I'm just giving my, but yeah, you can.
I want to let you know that the test and the interviews is because, I mean, the competition that you see about the entrance exam is all you see outside. But the competition for internship and placements is equally hyper competitive. So the tests and interviews are essentially for that purpose.
Okay.
And there is very little that we can do in the sense that it's the companies who want to conduct the tests and interviews.
Okay, clear.
For us, it's not mandatory to have any tests.
not
That's
mandatory.
completely company's choice.
Okay, it's not mandatory,
Yeah, yeah.
but it is
Absolutely not
company's
mandatory.
choice whether they want to
Yes.
go ahead or not.
There are companies which don't do any tests
Any
even
test.
for placement.
There are a lot of companies. Yeah.
Many,
Yeah.
I know.
We don't have a
yes.
problem.
Yes.
It's not compulsory.
PPTs are not even
Not
compulsory.
at all
Like
compulsory.
that's something we also don't want a lot of companies to give a PPT because that's consume students' time. So we have a section differently for you can just have a ePPT on the JEF only, so that student can see the role, what they look like, and everything related to it. So that's nothing is compulsory apart from interview because that's just increase the credibility of the company.
Clear.
Moving on for this meeting about Infospot, this is the new initiative by Aspire to bridge the gap between industry and IIT Bombay. So as we can have our meetings and it's very easy for us to coordinate since you are already the part of IIT Bombay Research Park. So this enables recruiters to effectively engage with IIT Bombay talent. You are already part of being this campus, and you are already aware about the fact that these are the best talent pool available in the city, available in the country. Once you get a chance to interview them, you'll realize that how talented they are. So my one request is that it's not a very lengthy process. It's a very short process that you just have to fill a JEF or an IF or internship and get things done. Our coordinator will facilitate you with everything. Just have a look at the talent pool which IIT Bombay have, and I'm definitely sure you are going to be, very much collaborative for the future years. We have a relation from a companies with last 20 years. That's the type of collaboration we have with the companies. So I'm definitely sure that you're going to have a wonderful experience with our team. And we still are the part of placement team for next 1-2 months. So if there is anything that we can help with, we are ready to help. And you can definitely reach out to us with our contact details, which are available on our website. That is.
So yeah, that's the end for this presentation. We actually were explaining about the placement processes and the internship which we were going on, which we have held before. So yeah, thank you so much for joining, and thank you, sir. Thank you, Salisa, Professor Ganesha, for joining and then presenting the processes and the timeline to the recruiters. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the feedback also. This is the first session of its kind, I think, at Asper. So firstly, thanks to the students and the professors and my own team for putting this together. So on students and engagement is something that we have been talking, but we have been discussing, but then we wanted to open more conversations with member companies. So we had discussions with the profs also. As was rightly said, this is the explanation of the current process and how companies could leverage. I think we can also take feedback on what we can do together with Asper, which we are discussing. But again, this, including my own team, this is an eye-opener for us to know what is happening and how it happens. And the idea is to have a lot of student participation with our member companies by way of internships and so on. In fact, your comment on internships, 100% I agree. I had success with 6 months internships, a lot more than a 2 months. But then I think this is a starting point. I think we know what the process can do, but we've also been discussing what else we can do. So thank you, and look forward to Infospot. Will have more such things, right? Not just placements, right?
So the next one we are planning with the Central Sophisticated Instrumentation Facilities. So we'll have the next session on 15th of May. So our team will share more information about that as well. So that session we will have a talk followed by a visit to some of these facilities. So we'll share more information soon. Thank you all.